Welcome to a day in my life as a tech content creator. In this video, I'll be sharing with you some latest iPhone rumors as well as take you along the journey of what a weekend full of tech looks like for me. So part of this video will be at home and the second part will be a bit of an adventure. We'll look at my Apple heavy setup for the weekend as I plan to pack in a way where I can work and create at the same time for the next couple of days. To start the morning, I do have to get back to some emails and start scripting for my next video. And of course, I do all this on my M1 MacBook Pro. And while you leave me to that, let's talk about some iPhone 16 rumors. As the anticipation builds for the next iPhone, there are some rumors that are going around. And I do want to cover some of that in this video. Maybe we can start to build an idea of what we can expect from Apple. There are talks about a potential larger display on the iPhone 16 models and the introduction of the A18 Pro chip. And this will of course promise an enhanced performance and efficiency. But also there are talks about another hardware feature addition, and that could be the capture button. Just like the action button, we can have a second button for capturing photos. And honestly, this could be pretty cool. This will build upon the customizable action button that we already have on the iPhone 15 models. And people seem to like this feature, so we'll see what Apple will do. Now, obviously, the iOS 18 will come out with the new iPhones. And of course, with the iOS 18, the iPhone 16 models are expected to have AI features. Apple's investment in multiple AI tools kind of leads us in that direction. Will we see a revamped Siri? Will it be available in different languages? These are questions we start to wonder now. And of course, as a bold move, it's not a secret, Apple is in talks with Google about their Gemini AI. A lot more cell phones are now going to include AI features, and of course, Apple can't be behind in the race much longer. But the big question remains here. Which AI features will be exclusive to the iPhone 16 models? We've seen Apple release specific features for their latest devices. Will the new iPhone simply outshine the 14s and 15s with their AI capabilities? Will there be other improvements? We'll see. But that being said, I do expect AI features to come out to older models with the iOS 18. We are approaching towards that time of the year. We will start to hear more leaks and information before the potential September release date. I'd love to know what your wishlist feature would be for iPhone 16. Let me know in the comments. Alright, so as for daily routines, I'm not a huge breakfast person. I don't really wake up hungry in the morning. So because of that, most of the time I have my first meal around 1 o'clock. But for today, it's gonna be a long and a busy day, so I just made a smoothie. After drinking that, I'm gonna head out, I gotta run some errands, then I gotta come back, pack, and be on the road for something cool. Part of my morning task today is to go to the paint shop and choose my next wall color. That's been on my list for so long. The walls are finally getting painted, and I have to choose the right white. You'd be amazed, there's so many whites out there. It's honestly pretty tricky, but I think I got the right one. Painting is gonna be done next week. I'll definitely update you guys, and then I promise I will do a full studio tour once everything is complete. There's some new stuff I didn't show you guys. Okay, now time to pack. I'm heading up to about 4 hours north of where I live. I won't be taking my car up there. I'm gonna meet a friend that you guys probably know, and then we're gonna carpool to the special weekend mission. So just to give you a bit of a context as to where I'm heading this weekend, so we're getting out of the city to a more remote location. And me and my friend Anthony are going to an airsoft event to film it, to make content, and experience the whole thing for ourselves. Now, I don't play the sport. I don't really own any gear, but I really like filming it, so that's why I'm going up there. So as to what I'm bringing with me, I'm just bringing my Fuji camera, my iPhone 15 Pro obviously, my AirPods, my M1 MacBook Pro, and my Apple Watch as for all my Apple stuff. I'm bringing my laptop because I do want to dump footage and look at stuff while I'm there. I don't know how much editing I'll get into over there, but it's always nice to have my laptop with me when I'm going away, and the M1 MacBook Pro really handles the tasks that I needed to do. iPhone 15 Pro, self-explanatory, that's my phone. I often film with it, so I'm obviously going to bring it. AirPods in case I want to listen to some music and just kind of zone out. And my Apple Watch, now it's going to be a very go kind of event. So even though I won't have much to do with my Apple Watch, I'm actually in the process of trying to get fit, trying to get healthier. The only thing that I will use it for is counting my steps and seeing how many calories I've burned that day. Because honestly, it just really motivates to see my steps and the calories that I'm burning throughout the day. That way I can kind of keep myself controlled with food. It does really help mentally. So that's it for my Apple stuff. Anyways, I gotta start packing, and then I'm driving to Anthony's place. I'm gonna leave my car there, and then we're gonna continue with his car. look at this place. We made it there just before the sunset, and let's call this our little safe house for the weekend. So, we are here. Tonight we're just gonna get ready, charge up for the event tomorrow. We have to wake up early, get breakfast, and head over to the airport. And then we'll have really fun stuff happening. It's a pretty chill evening. We're just gonna get some groceries, and then back to the Airbnb. And my plan is to take a minute and just empty my SD cards, do anything last minute I have to do. Times like these, I'm really happy that I actually switched to a laptop. And with that being said, this basically wraps the day one. It's the mission day. Woke up at 6:45. I have to double check and make sure that I packed everything correctly. And then we're just a short drive from the airport. First, we're gonna get some breakfast, and then we'll head on to the hangar. I don't know if you can tell, but this clip has been filmed with the iPhone 15 Pro. It's filmed using the ProRes log profile. Honestly, these days, I find it really hard using an actual camera with the iPhone 15 Pro. When it comes to food, I'm actually pretty easily influenced, although I think this may have been my idea, but we went to McDonald's for breakfast. We're heading on to the airport to get some helicopter training. The airsoft team will be getting a mission briefing. And yes, I said mission briefing. This is a simulation and it's not your typical airsoft game. I'll go ahead and drop a link down to the description and you can check out this amazing community, and if you want to be a part of it, you can learn more about it. And then once everything is ready and all the safety training is done, we'll be hopping onto the helicopters to enjoy the experience. And while the teams are being briefed, we're able to capture helicopters, get close to them, get some detail shots. This was another great opportunity for me to test out the camera on the iPhone 15 Pro when it comes to photo and video. And by the way, I have a full camera settings video coming out soon. While looking over to the videos and photos, it's kind of hard to guess where Apple will take the camera game after this point. Like, what will the 16 models have when it comes to cameras? It's already great. Could it include a bigger than a 5x zoom? Or would the camera app be revamped to include some manual settings for us to set when taking photos and recording videos? My guess will be no, at least for a few years. The way I see Apple is that they like to keep things less technical. And in my opinion, their whole idea has been to make something that's gonna work with least effort but give the best quality possible. So I can't really imagine Apple giving us the capability to set shutter speed when it comes to video. What is the point of that without a built-in ND or an ND filter? That's one example. Or why would you need to know what ISO is? Just tap your screen and slide it up for brightness or slide it down for a darker shot. I think that is how Apple thinks, and I think that'll be the case for a long time. Because we had so much extra time, I was able to pull up my M1 MacBook Pro and start editing and looking at the footage. The M1 is heading on to its 4th year. This is a phenomenal laptop, and I've done all of my video editing on this laptop for the past almost 4 years. I edit pretty simply. I don't use After Effects or any other VFX programs. I'm not a VFX artist or anything, and I edit using Final Cut. And I think that's the key when editing on MacBook, at least on the older models. Another thing that's kind of a rumor, but not really, it kind of has to happen, but it looks like the iPhone 16 models could have a lot better of a battery life. Now, we don't know what that better means, and I do think the iPhone 15 Pro battery has become better with updates, but I just hope that the iPhone 16 models won't have a lot of battery issues at launch. What a massive experience this has been. Unfortunately, for this part of the video, I can't really review the helicopter as I don't know much about them. All I can say is that they are fast, and I never knew helicopters could go sideways. Honestly, I think our pilots were the coolest people on Earth. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. It was definitely experimental. I know it wasn't a fully review or anything, but I really wanted to share some iPhone rumors with you guys. do let me know in the comments, what rumors are you hearing about? As always, thank you so much for watching. It has been a pleasure, and I'll see you in the next one.